Welcome to the We Sport Roundup. I am your host, Karen Figueroa, and tonight we continue our look into the Secondary Schools Football League. So, a lot of action, a lot has happened since the first two rounds. We're into round 3 and 4 within the past week. So we have a lot of highlights. We have some highlights for you as well in the respective zones. We're going to take a look at some of these zone leaders, as also the standings as well. So we're going to take things off. We're going to go to Tobago, the sister isle. The sister isle kicking off action as well on Wednesday. Okay, and we also got these scorelines with Roxborough and Mason Hall. So Mason Hall, they pulled off a very spectacular 7-0 victory over Roxborough. And that was thanks in part to Omar Charles, Shannon Sandy, Brandon Joseph, Hakeem Legal. He had a double. Michael McKenzie and Ochi Cyrus to complete the 7-0 trashing of Roxborough. So Mason Hall, contenders probably for the zonal title, probably in the Big Five. Look out and see what's going to happen with them for the remainder of the season. We're going to move on now to Speyside. Speyside facing up against Scarborough, but Scarborough prevailing in that encounter by 4-1. So Scarborough, they got a double from Shaquille Scott, also from Christopher Morgan. So both players doubling up there for Scarborough, but Speyside getting their loan and consolation item from Jeffrey Martino. So Tobago zone looking enterprising. We've seen a lot of goals coming out of Tobago, and that is pretty much good for football as well. We're going to move on to Saturday's action, where Scarborough hosted Mason Hall. So remember Mason Hall coming off that 7-0 trashing of Roxborough. They went under, brought goal to 0. So Scarborough, they're really moving up in the standings here as well. They're getting that win over the Mason Hall team. But further action in South Sea, Signal Hill. Now Signal Hill, one of the premier teams in Tobago football, they came up 5-0 winners over Roxborough. So Roxborough, they're really receiving a hammering in the Tobago zone. First they conceded 7 to Mason Hall, now 5 to Signal Hill. Signal Hill getting the goals through Dareem Moore, he got a hat-trick, as well as Darrell Trim getting a double in that encounter. So you're going to see what the standings look like in Tobago, and we can definitely see here where in the Tobago zone a lot has happened, and we expect to see Scarborough, they're holding on 7 points as well, after 3 games. We've got Mason Hall and Signal Hill right behind them, and Roxborough and Speyside just to close off things. But we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back, and we're going to continue to another zone.